Welcome to this new episode brought to you by Vault of 15, your number one top 15 list maker. All across the world, magnificent castles and estates stand empty, their gates locked, their halls silent, yet still up for sale. From France to Scotland, each carries a price, a story, and a chance to own a piece of fading history. These are the 15 abandoned castles and estates still for sale. Number 15. Château de la Mothe-Chandeniers, France. 13 hectares, fractional ownership from €80,000. Deep in the Loire Valley stands Château de la Mothe-Chandeniers, a fairy tale castle lost to time. Built in the 13th century and rebuilt in the 1800s, it was once a symbol of aristocratic splendor, until a fire in 1932 left it in ruins. The charred ballroom, open rooftops, and moss-draped turrets now reflect its tragic beauty. The estate spans 13 hectares, complete with forests and a still glimmering moat. Shares of ownership are offered from €80,000, part of an ongoing crowdfunding revival. Though restoration has begun, much of the castle remains a haunting shell, proof that even luxury can fade yet never die. Number 14. Bannerman's Castle, New York, USA. 6.5 acres. Redevelopment rights around $2 million. Built in 1901 by arms dealer Francis Bannerman VI, this fortress on Polypel Island was once an arsenal and a dream. After an explosion in 1920, the Gothic towers collapsed into decay. Today, the island's 6.5 acres remain privately controlled, and redevelopment rights are quietly available for around $2 million. The structure is accessible only by boat, its name still faintly visible across the crumbling walls. Bannerman's Island Arsenal. Against the setting sun, it glows with a haunting grandeur, a ruin that refuses to vanish. Number 13. Castillo del Bosque de Chapultepec, Mexico. 10 hectares. Private sale estimated at $12 million. Nestled within Mexico City's lush Chapultepec forest lies an 18th century estate once home to the aristocracy. Its marble staircases, verandas, and grand salons have long fallen silent, the grounds reclaimed by towering cypress trees. Covering 10 hectares of private land, the property occasionally surfaces in discreet listings for around $12 million. As a protected heritage site, restoration is allowed only under strict conditions, one reason it remains unsold. The estate stands as a serene relic of Mexico's imperial past, blending opulence with ghostly solitude. Number 12. Château de Ruffier, Occitanie, France. 40 hectare, listed for €1.5 million. Hidden in the Pyrenean foothills, Château de Ruffier embodies rustic French elegance lost to time. Once a noble hunting retreat, its halls now echo with wind and silence. The property stretches over 40 hectares of forest and meadow, priced at €1.5 million. Despite its strong structure and sweeping views, it sits empty, its remoteness deterring buyers. For those seeking peace and history, Ruffier is the perfect paradox. Isolation wrapped in beauty. Number 11. Dunsky Estate, Scotland. 80 hectares. Listed around £3.9 million. Perched above the rugged cliffs of Port Patrick, Dunsky Estate combines Edwardian luxury with untamed coastal views. Its grand staircase, 23 bedrooms, and walled gardens recall an era of elegance now faded. Spread across 80 hectares of forest and farmland, the estate remains privately listed around £3.9 million. Some restoration has begun, yet much stands untouched. Windows staring toward the cold sea, as if waiting for their next lord. Dunsky remains one of Scotland's most cinematic estates, still seeking a buyer. Number 10. Castello di Montegaffoni, Tuscany, Italy, 50 hectares, listed for €9 million. Rising from Tuscany's golden hills, Castello di Montegaffoni dates back to the 12th century and later became the private home of the Sitwell family. During World War II, It sheltered priceless Renaissance artworks, its stone towers guarding secrets of both art and survival. Now resting on 50 hectares of vineyards and olive groves, the estate includes courtyards, terraces, and frescoed halls. Though part of the castle has been restored into luxury apartments, the remaining sections await revival. Listed for about 9 million euros, Mothe-Chandeniers offers a rare chance to live within Tuscany's romantic decay. Number 9. Château Miranda, Noisy Castle, Belgium, 10 hectare, offers around 1.2 million euros before demolition. Once one of Europe's most hauntingly beautiful castles, Château Miranda stood abandoned for decades in Celle, Belgium. Built in the 19th century for the Liedekerk-Beaufort family, it became a children's camp after World War II before falling into disrepair. Before its partial demolition, offers of around 1.2 million euros were considered, but restoration costs proved too high. What remains are scattered ruins within 10 hectares of private land, towers and staircases now claimed by ivy. Though most of it is gone, its ghostly legend still lingers across European architecture circles. Number 8. Ballyfin House, Ireland, 250 hectares, valued around 15 million euros. In County Louth stands Ballyfin, a 19th century neoclassical mansion once hailed as Ireland's grandest home. With 250 hectares of manicured lawns, lakes, and woodlands, the estate served as a noble residence before falling into abandonment for decades. Recently restored as a luxury retreat, sections of the estate remain open to investment and acquisition, a rare mix of grandeur and ruin. Valued around 15 million euros, Ballyfin is more than property. It's living history draped in marble and mist, where elegance meets endurance. Number 7. Château de la Croix de Garde, Cannes, France, 16 hectares, listed for 60 million euro. Overlooking the French Riviera, Château de la Croix de Garde is one of the most cinematic estates in France, even inspiring Alfred Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief. Built in 1919, the 16-hectare property features panoramic sea views, manicured gardens, and its own private forest. Though restored several times, parts of the vast estate remain unused, awaiting a new owner with vision. Listed for a staggering 60 million euros, it stands as both a movie landmark and a monument to luxury lost in time. Proof that even glamour can be abandoned. Number 6. Kinloch Castle, Isle of Rum, Scotland, 15 hectares, listed for £750,000. On the remote Isle of Rum stands Kinloch Castle, a sandstone masterpiece built in 1900 for industrial tycoon George Bullough. Its opulent interiors once featured exotic wood, a pipe organ, and even an early form of air conditioning. Now largely decayed, the castle sits on 15 hectares overlooking the sea. The Scottish government has listed it for sale at £750,000, a fraction of its original cost, but buyers must commit to extensive restoration. Kinloch remains both a challenge and a dream, a jewel stranded in the wild. Number 5. Château de Palluel, Dordogne, France, 15 hectares, listed for 890,000 euros. Once a jewel of the Dordogne Valley, Château de Palluel was built in the 15th century and later destroyed by fire during World War II. Its blackened towers and crumbling walls still bear the scars of battle. For decades, the estate remained untouched, becoming a haunting silhouette amid 15 hectares of quiet countryside. Now privately listed for 890,000 euros, Palluel is a rare opportunity for restoration. Its stone courtyard, fallen turrets, and moss-covered staircases stand as a monument to both tragedy and endurance. For those who believe ruins can rise again, Palluel waits, patient and proud. Number 4. Gosford Castle, Northern Ireland, 590 hectares. Available wings from £650,000. Set within 590 hectares of parkland, Gosford Castle is one of Northern Ireland's grandest estates and one of the most famous, having served as a Game of Thrones filming location. Built in the 19th century in Norman Revival style, it was once a seat of power and later a military barracks. While sections have been converted into private residences, several wings remain unfinished and available from £650,000. The castle's enormous scale and partial restoration leave room for creative vision, a cinematic property still waiting for its final act. We are now moving on to the top 3 of the list. If you have made it this far, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to Vault of 15. Number 3. Château de Dumley, Ardennes, France. 2 hectares, listed for €800,000. Surrounded by a wide moat and rolling farmland, Château de Dumley has stood since the 13th century. Its round towers, spiral staircases, and heavy oak doors remain intact, untouched by time. The property spans just 2 hectares, but carries centuries of history within its stone walls. Listed for €800,000, it's among the few medieval castles in France, still privately owned and for sale. A living relic, Dumley offers authenticity without grandeur, a rare blend of simplicity, solitude, and survival. Number 2. Castello di Sammezzano, Tuscany, Italy. 185 hectares, listed for €17 million. Hidden in the Tuscan countryside, Castello di Sammezzano is a masterpiece of Moorish Revival architecture, its interior a kaleidoscope of mosaics, arches, and stained glass. Built in the 19th century by nobleman Ferdinando Panciatici Ximenes d'Aragona, it was abandoned after the 1990s. Set within 185 hectares of forest, the castle remains privately owned and listed at €17 million. Despite several sale attempts, heritage restrictions have stalled every deal. Its empty halls shimmer with forgotten color, a palace too beautiful, perhaps, to ever truly belong to anyone again. Number 1. Château Louis XIV, Louveciennes, France. 23 hectares, listed for €250 million. Built in 2011 yet abandoned within years, Château Louis XIV is a modern recreation of Versailles, a billionaire's dream turned scandal. Located just outside Paris, the 23-hectare estate includes fountains, stables, a grand ballroom, and even a subterranean aquarium. Once rumored to belong to a Saudi prince, the property was listed again for €250 million, making it one of the most expensive abandoned estates in the world. Despite its modern comforts, its silent halls now echo with controversy and opulence unclaimed. Even new castles, it seems, can become ghosts. We hope you enjoyed this episode and thank you for watching. From forgotten castles to lost fortunes, history still lives within these walls, waiting to be rediscovered. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories of mystery, history, and forgotten grandeur. This is Vault of 15, where truth is in the list.